A fighter takes a good old-fashioned dive for gambling wins. What not to say to your backer on the phone from jail. And Ryan Depollo plays in a 5100 game knowing he's the whale. Well, these stories and a little bit of more on tonight on...
You're a champion.
Hi, I'm Ryan Depollo. Welcome to the degen debrief, your weekly gambling and poker news source. We may use a comedic twist, but facts we don't miss. Popular poker vlogger Ryan Depollo was given 1 week to prepare for a 5100 game with a 10K buy-in against Linus Love and other great players where he will be the bait, the biggest cash game session of his life. Why? Because Coin Poker is announcing the dropping of the 7 deuce game. They said to Ryan, yo Ryan, listen, we want content, we will pay for half your losses and you get all of the win. So all I need to do is have better than negative 50% ROI within a week. Can I do it? Did I do it? Yes! Or there's a vlog coming out documenting my journey to not lose $10,000. Could you fucking imagine being one of these content whales, like with such opportunities to have your buy-ins paid for? Like if I could just have a chance like that, I would study all day and night. I would not just fuck around with my baby all day and do yard work. Isaac Dulagagi, aka the Midwest Chopper, was dropped by the UFC after allegedly, but also very blatantly, taking a dive in his fight last Saturday. Dulagagi, who was around a minus 250 favorite, lost by first round submission. Now, UFC chairman Dana White stated that he was already alerted by a third-party company that acts as a watchdog on the bets placed called IC360. Well before the fight, they reached out to Dana warning him about unusual betting action going on, aka many millions of dollars being bet on the Choppa losing, specifically via first-round submission. Via? It was actually so known, and these group of people who were in on the dive kept it such a bad secret that it was on Reddit. People were tipped off like in the public. Now, Dana gets this information and responds by calling Isaac directly. Hey, are you hiding an injury or has anyone approached you with an offer that you can't refuse? Since Dana asked him like a man, he realized that, you know what? I'll just tell the truth. Who cares if I turn down $500,000 and I anger the mob? Yeah, of course I'll be honest, Dana, you fucking retard. No, what do you think he said? He said, absolutely not, I'm gonna kill this guy.
He's got a tap. He might have a tap.
Imagine you get paid to get punched in the head and have brain damage and probably kill your wife, and the CEO worth $1 trillion calls you and be like, hey, you're not thinking of fucking me, are you? It's like, no, buddy, no. What? What? Do you think I'm stupid, like a type of person who gets punched in the face for money? Most sports books now refunded all the bets on the fight. The UFC then released Dulagagi from the promotion shortly after the result and obviously are now working alongside the FBI, and everybody's freaking out. Bunch of fighters tweeted that they were offered to take a dive at one point and then deleted it, being like, oh, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to snitch on the cartel by mistake. But I'm surprised this doesn't happen way more often. Like, these UFC fighters at the low levels are making 10K to 30K, and that's like the highest promotion in MMA. The amount of CTE you got to endure is not fucking worth it. I seriously don't blame them. Get some extra cash. At least the fucking NFL pays you enough to make it worth it to not remember your daughter's name when you're 40. My brain is mush and I fly off the handle at the smallest inconvenience and I can't get off the couch. But my pool is in the ground. Unlike you, Mr. Cauliflower, ugly ass. What were we talking about? High stakes poker is back, and it's just like the old days, with big stacks of cash, great commentary, and Sammy Farha suits. This most recent stream came with a ton of sick, legitimately, I'm not even being sarcastic, high stakes action. It featured this fucking so cool bluff behind, I think confirmed for number 2 coolest guy behind Phil Ivey now in poker, officially Alan Keating.
And it is all Senior Tilt. Boy, this is just continuing for him.
Okay, wait, real quick, before that hand, I know I've covered this before, but the nicknames on all these streams are just like getting a little gay to me, like Senior Tilt. Does anybody actually fucking call you that, or did you just like make it up when the showrunner asked what you want your display name as? This is like when I was 8 and I wanted to have my soccer uniform say Tiger Boy instead of Depaulo. Like, the dude doesn't even look angry or Mexican. Yo, at least Nick Airball looks like a floppy ball, but peep this hand. Santosh and Keating both limp with trash, and Senior Tilt, who clearly picked the outfit of the generic avatar on Poker Stars, squoze with ace-5 suited. Senior ends up flopping trips and betting around third pot, and only KK floats. Turn comes a 9, killing any hopes Keating have of making any value hand. All right, let's give up. You know, you're not improving your equity. Well, Tilty checks, and Keating starts the blast processions. Bets about 1/3 pot. Mr. Tilty now sneaky raises. He's check raised the turn. Okay, hand over. Now you stop, Keating, right?
Pocket queens.
Oh my God, he called 80.
Oh dear heaven.
He has called 80,000.
Yeah.
Nope, he makes the call. What the fuck? This is now a $500,000 pot and you have cock. On the river, Tilty has the balls to check again, setting the trap and playing his opponent perfectly, or he's just terrified. And Keating, he's such a thug, he knows this, but he don't even give a shit. He just street poker goes all in, repping a 5 and then getting snapped call by actual 5.
That is a near $1.3 million pot.
The senior tilt is stone dialed in right now. This is unbelievable.
A magical hand.
Repping a hand when your opponent has that hand is like one of the worst feelings. It's kind of like when somebody like asks you if you've seen a movie and you just want the conversation to keep going, so you say yeah, and then they ask you like what's your favorite part. It's like that, except now you owe $600K for lying about seeing Gladiator 2. Another crazy hand from the stream was a $1 million 3-way all-in with Jennifer Tilly, Doug Polk, and Santoshi. Now, before we get into this hand, every time I watch these high-stakes streams, I'm always curious how all these guys actually got this much money. Obviously, not all of them can be winning at poker. It's a zero-sum game, and I think it should be part of their player profile. Like, don't need to be ashamed if it's from outside ventures. So at least for this hand, this is what I dug up. Jennifer Tilly was married to one of the co-creators of The Simpsons, Sam Simon. On top of her own, obviously, very successful acting career, she still to this day gets residual checks from The Simpsons despite divorcing him, telling him The Simpsons idea was kind of whack, and Simon being dead. This is kind of trippy. I just realized I'm talking about the lady that made my pee-pee tingle as a kid watching Liar Liar on my internet news show. What the fuck? Santosh Sharvana. He's a Dubai-based Indian entrepreneur. Oh, fuck. That whole sentence is horrible. That's almost full of as many red flags as North Korean-based Nigerian businessman or Thailand-based Greek massage spa owner. Dubai-based Indian entrepreneur. Like, okay, this pot is brought to you by grandma buying Google Play cards and not telling their bank why they're withdrawing all that cash. You see, they had a fraudulent charge and called PayPal immediately. Lastly, we all know how Doug Polk made his money by playing on the U.S. women's soccer team. After flop of 5, Jack 10, Jennifer Tilly bets $150,000. A year's salary at a good job in 2019 or a middle-class job in 2025 dollars. Almost a pot-sized bet, half her stack. Then Doug effectively jams for 326 with the same hand but also a flush draw. Now it's on Santoshi with just a nut flush draw, and he treats this bet like a vulnerable old white person and calls. Back to Tilly, who realizes that she fucked herself.
Well, I'm kind of almost all in. Already be beat.
For this price, there's not many hands you can fold. Risky.
That's very interesting.
But eventually decides to make the call.
Okay, I call.
Okay, I call.
Drawing only to a chop at best with her straight draw, no club.
Unbelievable news right here.
Oh, hi, man. Everybody's supposed to fold. What's wrong with you people? Nobody had anything.
Actually, what are you going to say about 4 times?
I could have already had a flash.
Include.
I would do 4 times. You want to do 4 times?
4 times?
4 times?
You want to 4 times?
Yes.
4 times?
6 times.
No.
4 times.
Really?
4 times.
They're running it 4 times.
Now these degens decide to run it 4 times because they all hate the dealer. Santosh ends up holding for 3 of the 4 runouts, winning $845K, which is crazy that holding is a thing here, and he even was ahead against 2 worse draws. Like, he already was getting out new Google cards to re-up in the game, and then he wins 3 out of 4. It's sick. I'm glad High Stakes Poker is back. It's one of the best poker media entities there is, and this is well done too. Speaking of poker media, the WSOP is 3 or 4 episodes into their newest series, No Limit, which goes behind the scenes of the WSOP Paradise Tournament Series and the 2024 25K Super Main Event, the first year this event has been run. A tournament I famously punted with Ace Queen. If you're not familiar with that, check out my vlog. I don't think I really punted. Whatever, dude. I actually satellited back in and got to play 2 bullets, but the series had a promising start, but it got kind of weird during the 3rd episode, which is like a 30 for 30 documentary, but just for Wolfgang's new chain and douche chill stage speakerphone calls with his jeweler. This episode followed Wolfgang through his super main event run day 1 and captured a bunch of really cool and interesting stuff.
2 of your finest smoothies. This is the best thing ever.
Yo, look at Wolfgang feeling himself last year, getting the chain and macking on Lexi Gavin in front of Bob, the boomer husband.
And your husband doesn't have to know about it. It's a hall pass.
We love.
I'm giving her a hall pass to bang someone of her choice.
No, yeah.
But I'm gonna choose my husband every time.
Hi, I'm Bob. Hi, yes. Hi.
This is my
yes, I
sexy
know,
silver
yes.
fox.
I'm her sneaky link.
Yeah.
Damn, Wolfgang, bro, he's really risking it all here, more than any content he makes, trying to just assume the guy doesn't know what sneaky link means.
Nice to meet you.
To my world.
Hey, I got the last hug.
Hey, congrats on the success.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Not to sound like a salty bitch, but yo, WSOP, bro, I want to work with you. You went the extra mile to cut me out of this episode. I mean, let's be real. I was with Wolfgang at his table talking to him. Hilarious banter all day on this day one. You can actually see my head here in a clip where I hug him, and you can even hear my voice when the floor came to our table to scold us for having our phones out.
Gentlemen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the no device on the rail rule, we're breaking it right now.
Yeah. I'm Wolfgang.
I actually ran a really sick little bluff right after that where I said I had a pass 2 and it almost got through, but whatever, yo, come on, editor dog. Like, what do you know, if you keep doing shit like cutting me out, you're gonna end up like Wolfgang's voice in his videos and get replaced by AI. Karma, man. Jordan Cristos, an American tournament pro with $3.6 million in live tournament earnings, was sentenced to 14 months in jail for stalking, harassing, and domestic violence. The Holy Trinity. While the exact details of what happened are hard to find, sort of, it seems basically just a typical harassing of both a family court judge and the president of WPT. Basically, your boss and the person taking away your kids. Both of them probably responsible for a ruling that didn't go his way. Now, the dude's Twitter still has the fucking tweets up threatening the judges and putting up polls if women are just all bitches or all cunts with like 5 replies. Like, look at some of these. Now, all of this is embarrassing in its own right, but there's sentencing footage. Let's take a look.
No, Your Honor. Sir, did you review a copy of your pre-sentence investigation report? And this is a stipulated felony treatment, no out probation with the first 180 days in the Clark County Detention Center.
Jordan, you made over $3 million and you go with a public defender? You know lawyers aren't like a heated steering wheel, right? Like they're worth the extra money. The fuck are you doing?
I don't know what the context of the jail calls are. However, he says something along the lines of send Bobby a text and let him know that when I get out, I'm ready to fuck shit up. I'm ready to win.
But that's right. Not only is Jordan going to jail, but now he has to explain to a judge that he was hyping up his backer for when he gets out. But I'm sure he's going to explain he was obviously exaggerating and not come off as like a totally crazy disease gambler.
Bobby is my backer in poker. He gives me money to play high stakes poker online. I was referring to my friend. He's a believer. He knows I'm going to win massive. I've done very well in poker in the past, and that's all.
Yo, I want to hear the rest of that call, man. Yo, man, I cannot wait to get out and crush. You know, I think jail is actually going to be good for my game, you know, because the loose butthole type gameplay. I played with Jordan actually a few times back in 2021. We faced off in a 5K WPT main event at Venetian, and boy, he was clearly a junkie. I literally had no clue. He had 3 whatever million earnings and was a former WPT champ. I swear to God, at the time, I thought he was just a junkie who won a car crash settlement and got addicted to opioids and now was on heroin. I'm not even joking. And then when I mentioned him to some friends, they were like, nah, he's a pro. He was tanking every single hand for no reason. Not remotely close to the bubble. He was nodding out. He had a big stack, didn't need to tank. So horrible to play with, getting into fights. And then he just fucking punted. The dude is not doing well, and I wish him well. Don't stalk me, please. Oh shit, wait. No, maybe dude stalks his enemies. Maybe, I just want to clarify something that Nick Cartwright, who lives in Chicago, writes these episodes with me. In fact, he wrote most of this episode. Go to his Instagram here and threaten him there, actually. He wrote it all. He wrote everything in this episode. Go to Chicago. Friend of the channel who doesn't really know that, but really like,
is this how you play?
Admiree of the channel, achieved what he described as a childhood dream this week, and a degenerate's dream, when a horse he owns named Half Yours got on his bike and won the Melbourne Cup. Yo, if I was a partner with Tony G, I would not let him pick the name Half Yours. Like, how is a name not something like Power or It's Poker, Phil?
Oh, you lied.
Of course I lied. It's poker, Phil.
After the race, Tony did an interview, and he actually gave some good gambling advice, though.
And obviously, you know, we already like people being taught not to gamble and not to risk everything you have and just do it socially. That's the best part of it.
That's right, everyone. Do not gamble and risk everything you have, even though that's the best part of gambling.
What up? It's the Trooper.
Much like the sun rising in the east and setting in the west, or the Jets losing on Sunday, the Trooper moment of the week is always a lock. What have we got?
This is Coin Poker's code RDP Trooper moment.
Oh shit, this is the new channel. You know what? Yo, maybe Trooper has changed his ways. Like, new channel, new Trooper, turn over a new leaf, let's get it going.
What do you got? Nothing. All right, we gotta wait for a hand pay. There you go. So we're up 864.
Oh my God, this dude is so diseased. He's reacting like he just got a $6 parking voucher at Planet Hollywood and he's getting a hand pay.
I win $6.
It's literally the same tone of voice and same amount of enthusiasm. Like, come on, Troop. You just won $1,300 on a $15 bet. You could scream a little bit. You're making fucking content, man. I want to see the Troop go crazy. I want to see the Troop have joy in his life. What amount of money would make you happy, man, at this point? I want to see you celebrate. Or is it only the turkey teriyaki?
Got some teriyaki turkey action going. What do you know about teriyaki turkey?
Make the booty bounce on the dance floor.
Now, he doesn't deserve any applause. He called with King Jack.